that changes over time because we've got a moon wobble. Yeah. There's a moon wobble and the Earth spins. As it's spinning like around the sun, it actually is, our Earth is on a 23.5 degree axis.
Right.
Okay, so it's not parallel to the horizon, but over time that cycle takes 26,000 years.
The great year.
Yes,
Yeah, and that's why we've got the ages, you know. We're supposed to be moving into the age of Aquarius. We're on the cusp of it. When Jesus, the Christianity was around, was the age of Pisces. This goes backwards, and it's all to do with the symbol of the fish. So you've seen the symbol of the fish for Jesus? Right? Prior to that, it was Aries, and this was when we had the Bible and Moses. And Moses is always shown with horns or some sort of thing. And the ram, symbolism of the ram. So when we see the ram anywhere, that is actually 2000 BC started. Taurus was another 2,000 years before that, the age of Taurus. So you see a lot of Taurine symbolism, okay? And they all go for approximately 2,160 years. And so because of the change, what it means is like if we were watching the equinox on the 21st of March when everything's equal, there's going to be a star rising on the horizon. That star over this big cycle changes, it slips backwards. So they'd be watching, what?
Do you know you're taking pictures?
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, I always
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I'll switch it up.
Did you say the March equinox?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear that? The March equinox.
The
Yeah.
March equinox.
That's the,
yes.
that's the,
2018.
yeah.
And this is going to be the equinox of
Which one?
March 2018.
That equinox, what does it represent? He's asking. Can
It's
you
all,
reiterate?
equinox comes from
Equal day,
equinox, which is
Right.
equal day and night. So it doesn't matter what hemisphere you're on, we have equal amount of light, right? And then it starts changing. So northern hemisphere, when we get to the
But
solstice,
you were saying
but
something
summer.
about the equinox in relation to the zodiac.
the changing of the stars.
Yeah, like are we in a cycle?
Yeah.
Or is it end of a cycle now?
Well, it is, but see, because I believe we're already into the age of Aquarius because of all the chaos that's happening in the world. When there's a change of the age, we in the Bible, that's actually been misinterpreted when they say it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, it's the end of an age, an eon. They've mistranslated it into the end of the world, which it's not.
Like in Egyptian, it's Kepler. We're entering into Kepler now.
Yeah. The new dawn.
Yeah. So these corners, if we know what directions they're in, they'd be the cardinal points, which means the mid-season, the solstice and the equinoxes are on there, and the middle part would be the mid-seasons, which would be like the May, August, which is Leo, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They're the
The
fixed signs.
cardinal fix.
Yeah.
You can
There's
know
four
the
different-
directions and everything from the location of the...
So it's the bull, the water
Yeah, you
bearer,
can see the zodiac
the
up here.
scorpion,
This is the
and
bull,
the, what is
the
it?
Taurus.
Aquarian.
Yeah, I said that, the water
Taurus,
bearer.
Yeah,
Leo.
I
this
said
is
that.
Aries,
Scorpio.
Taurus,
I said that.
Gemini.
It's on the one
Yeah.
wall.
Cancer,
Yep.
Leo, Virgo,
So
Libra,
stand under your star signs.
Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces.
So here you can see it's greater and lesser cycles
So where is Gemini?
within cycles.
Gemini,
Well, it's opposite because
We need a pointer.
Sagittarius here.
Good if we had a pointer.
Sagittarius here. Yeah, it would be good.
You can see the crab there. Right.
Cancer.
Yeah, so next to
Gemini
crab.
is here.
Yeah, and Leo's there. And then around them, the other circle is all the deacons. When I was telling people that there's groups, there's 36. Of every 10 days, the Egyptians would watch the stars rise in a group of 10. And that they're called deacons, like they're
Deca.
rulers.
It's a Greek for 10. Deca.
10. And so, so really the calendar was always a star calendar before it became solar and lunar, because they would look at the positions of the sun and the moon according to what star they were connected with. And that's how they got their spells. And so, yeah, so that's two, it's the zodiac and the deacons put into one thing.
What's the symbolism of holding, it almost looks like holding up the wall?
Well, they're the corners. See, if you look at it...
Four pillars.
Yeah, four. It's actually
Only
8
the earth.
pillars. It's actually 8 pillars. And yesterday we didn't mention, but the Great Pyramid has actually got 8 sides. It's actually got an indentation on the side, so it's actually, and so that's representative of the 8 pillars. Because we've got the cardinal points, which are the solstice and the equinox, and then we've got the mid-season, which are the ones at 45 degrees. So all my traders, this young man here follows me doing trading, we know about that because the guy we follow, W.D. Gann, he was an astrologer, but he was a stock market trader. He actually came to Egypt and India getting sacred knowledge, so he would have been here for sure. When did they take this? Napoleon time?
To the Louvre? No.
It wasn't a
No, later.
I think it was very modern.
Yeah, later.
Anyway, so he would, he would have done all this. So, all our calendars are based on the same things anyway. So, and yeah, so
Now, Pleiades?
Pleiades would have
Say
to be
something?
Taurus. Yeah,
I was talking about the front leg of the bull here,
Yeah.
yeah.
and this is tower.
Why is it
So-
missing a leg?
I
We usually, in all the kingdom tombs, you find they are holding the symbol of the front leg of the bull for the deceased.
the right one?
Huh?
The right one?
The front one.
On this here.
I
Right
don't know
or
if it's
left?
right or the left.
I feel it's right. Can you just muscle test for me? The right?
Where is it?
Right there.
The one in the center.
The bull. Why? And this represents...
We will look. We will look.
Oh, yeah, and
in
yeah,
the
that
tombs.
And that's Tourette.
It looks like a
Tower,
crab or a
yes.
spider.
A tower represents birth, and that symbol was
Yes.
for wisdom. So it's
Wisdom.
And the big hippopotamus. Who's that represent?
That's
birth.
Tourette.
Tower,
Tower.
pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tower.
The great
So half
lamb.
crocodile, half hippopotamus.
Yep. Yep.
And the arms and legs of a lion.
You know what I like? In between the Pisces, everyone see the 2 fish connected to a band? Yeah, and then in the middle it's got the waves in there. No, that's band. But underneath Pisces is a woman. I don't know who she is under Pisces. That's interesting. And I do know. They're actually planets. Now, there's a theory that when this was constructed, they were actually taking a snapshot of the heavens. So those
time.
ones that are encircled were actually planets.
Okay.
Planetary.
Wow.
So it could have been Venus in Pisces at the time. That's where she's exalted, right? So there's another one here, the circle. So they're supposed to represent the planets. I mean, people have, tried to come up for a time
We
for
have
this.
all the names of many planets and the different stars. And
I've got it in my bag in the car, in the van.
And it's interesting because we have Taurus the bull representing the Pleiades, but all the Akasha for all human species, for Earth, when you come to Earth, your Akasha access is on Alcyone, one of the 7 sisters. So it's interesting that is at the core center of everything.
Well, you know what, Alcyone,
Access
I've actually written an
all
article.
your information is on Alcyone for being here. All your journeys here, through your cycling on Earth, you access through Alcyone. That's where all your library information is
I
recorded
have a
on
question.
Alcyone.
So my question is, through how all the deacon stars and all the planets and the star signs and everything here is located, can we date that image? You were saying that this was like a snapshot from the sky.
Yeah,
We can date it.
yeah.
We can date how old
Yeah.
of it, how old this snapshot is. Because I read in one of the books that some German astrologers did that, and they actually found, and I don't know how they figured it out, but it was through also the equinox and the summer, the spring solstice and things like that.
Summer
Yeah.
and winter.
Yeah, they found out that that if we can call it the snapshot of the sky at that time was actually 14,000 years old. From the
Because of
For
the
the
cycle,
change.
because it would have to be based on the
because
angle.
now we're in we go on the cusp of the age of Aquarius,
Right.
and the
That's-
Sphinx. Okay.
There's one question before we go. What's that non-heading thing on the chair?
Oh, I have no idea. One of the gods, one of the deacons.
one of the deepest stars. That's about it.
How many years old?